Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to talk about being a minimalist, how it will serve you best if you're going to live out here in Southeast Asia. Stick around. Alright guys, so I am here at a place called the Cuckoo's Nest. It is one of Maya and myself, one of our favorite places to go to swim. It's got nice blue clean water. It does have a white sandy beach, and they've got fantastic food, which I will show you throughout the day here. We're going to order a variety of different things. We're probably going to spend half the day here. It started off rainy, and we had originally a plan to go to a waterfall and a lake here in Chatone, which is Negros Oriental. It is about an hour from Dumaguete. But we changed up our plans, and now we're at the beach, and we'll do the waterfall and lake another day. So let me turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you a quick view of this. Alright guys, so minimalism. For me, there are 3 stages in life with the minimalism. First, you went through the stage of life where you want everything, right? As a kid growing up, maybe as a teenager or a young adult, you want everything. You want the new car, you want the big screen TV, you want the Xbox, just everything. You want it all. And then you go through a stage of where you start to accrue all the stuff that you actually want. And then the last stage is getting rid of everything. Those are the 3 stages for me anyway. Before I came out to the Philippines, I had told myself, okay, I'm certainly not going to haul all this stuff. I'm not going to pay for a storage unit. I'm not going to do any of that. So the first thing I did was decide how much I want to bring. And I didn't decide initially on the exact items that I was going to bring. I decided on the bags that I was going to take. For example, I had my laptop bag for my laptop, 1 carry-on bag, and then 1 check-in for the rest of my stuff. And a couple months before the trip, I actually started to pack, and I ended up having way too much stuff, so I had to start getting rid of more stuff. And I went through this probably 2 or 3 times before it finally fit into the luggage that I had decided that I was going to take, and I didn't want to take any more. And so that's how I did it initially. Now, when I was coming out here, I had 1 pile for things I was going to give away, 1 pile of things that I said nobody's going to want, so it's just trash, and then another pile of things that I had some monetary value that I thought I could sell. And so that, and then of course the pile of things I want to take with me to the Philippines. So that's what I did initially. And when I first got here to the Philippines, having a small amount of things came in very, very handy. And I think for most people, this is probably the way they should go. Now, what I did literally the first 5 years of my life here out in Southeast Asia, I say Southeast Asia because I lived in Vietnam for 6 months as well, but I had that amount of luggage, 1 carry-on, 1 laptop, and a check-in piece of luggage. That's what I had. And I would either rent out Airbnbs that were fully furnished, or I would rent out apartments or condos that were fully furnished. Along those lines, I would end up with, of course, you know, you'd maybe rent out a condo, get a year lease, and it's fully furnished, but the TV was really small, and I wanted a bigger TV. Either I would negotiate with the owner to get a bigger TV, or I would just go out and buy my own and then sell it at the end of the lease. The other thing that I would do is, you know, for example, I like to do some cooking at home, so if I didn't have all the stuff that I need, I would buy stuff. And sometimes I would try to negotiate a deal at the end of my lease, like, hey, I've bought all this stuff for the condo. I think it would help your condo in your future tenants by having these extra things. And sometimes the landlords would say, okay, sure, I'll purchase it off of you. And so I did that. But I did this for about 5 years. And then eventually when I started to motorbike around the Philippines, it went to even a smaller amount. It ended up being what I could put under the motorbike, under the seat, in the box, and then I had a little bag in the front and a backpack. So it was everything that I could carry on the motorbike. If I couldn't carry it on the motorbike, then I no longer wanted it. So I ended up getting rid of a lot of stuff. I discovered I really only needed about 5 days worth of clothes. More underwear, more socks, but the shorts and t-shirts, because you could end up just washing. It was quite easy. It's super cheap here just to wash. And so that's what I did. The laundry places are so cheap here. You just drop off your laundry in the morning and you'd have it back in that afternoon. So it was quite inexpensive. And then I ended up, when you initially come out here, you want to bring your own shampoos and deodorant and all this kind of stuff. And I find that you really don't need to do that. And now, of course, with Amazon being able to send some of your favorite things that you don't really need to bring with you necessarily. If you want certain items, you can just order it and it'll literally be here in about 10 days. So you don't need to come out here with a bunch of extra stuff, because the free shipping now with Amazon has been a game changer for a lot of people. And now I've come to this point in my life where Maya and I actually moved into a place that was, they call it fully furnished. I would call it more like semi-furnished. There was no dishes. Oddly enough, there was no refrigerator. There was a stove, but no refrigerator. There was no washing machine, which normally I was taking my clothes out to do laundry, and Maya wanted a washing machine, and of course it actually saves money in the long run, so bought a washing machine, bought a refrigerator. It didn't have TVs. It had, wardrobe closets and beds and things like that, but it didn't have dishes and all that stuff. So I ended up having to buy a sofa, TV, dining room table, just different things like that, bedding, towels, all of that. Now, if we ever moved into another place that was fully furnished, we would either have to sell off some stuff or ask the owners of the new place, hey, we have our own sofa, can you take this out of here, or something like that. But that's where we currently are. Gone are the days that I will collect anything like knickknacks or have a huge closet full of clothes. In fact, when I look at my closet, if I have too much clothes, I start thinking, okay, I got to get rid of some stuff. And even when it comes time for the next move, when Maya and I move to a new place eventually, then we probably would have to go through our stuff and say, okay, we don't need this, we don't need this. Neither one of us really collect a bunch of stuff. We have traded in a lot of stuff for quality stuff versus cheaper stuff, But that is where we are with minimalism. And I think for the average expat, once in a while I'll hear people who say, oh, I got 10 buying boxes coming, and I'm thinking to myself, why do you need all of that? Most stuff you can get here, it's just not even worth it, really, unless you are, for example, a carpenter or a mechanic and you want all your tools here, something unique, some unique situation like that. Otherwise it just doesn't pay. By the way, it's just beautiful water out here today. Just gorgeous, nice beach. And we got Maya over here looking beautiful. We're just waiting for our food. And I think Maya ordered a tom yum soup with rice. Anything else? That's it. I ordered breakfast. And they do have really good hummus and pita bread here, so we will get that. Nothing like the hummus and pita bread that we got in Thailand, though. That was amazing. We went to a Middle Eastern restaurant, got some amazing food. By the way, we have a trip to Vietnam coming up just next month, and we will be taking you along for the adventure. It is not like the average trip where we're just gone for 5 days or a week. This time around, we are gone for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, and we're going to go from all the way from South Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, and travel all the way to Hanoi to the north, and stopping at a variety of different cities along the way. If anybody knows anything about Vietnam, we have Dalat, Da Nang, Hoi An, Ha Long Bay, and Hanoi planned. Those are the stops, and just a variety of different things that we're going to do along the way. What we like to do is we book like our first few nights at a nice Airbnb, and then from there we decide, okay, are we going to stay, thank you, are we going to stay longer at this place? Maybe we're really enjoying where we're at and I'll just extend the Airbnb, or there's still so many things we want to do, we just extend out and stay longer in that city. We don't want to be stuck on any kind of fixed schedule where I'm like, we're having a blast in the city, but oh no, I've already purchased bus tickets to leave the city and another hotel in the next city. So we're just kind of going one leg of the journey at a time. That's the best way to travel, in my opinion. So anyway, food for thought. I would like to hear your opinions on minimalism and how much stuff to bring out. For me, even if I could go back, I don't even think I would have brought all that I brought. But if you do want some ideas of things to bring, things that I have come in real handy. I mean, even now I got water shoes that Maya and I both use, water bag, a cooling hat. These are all things that I highly recommend. E-reader, Kindle, and these are all on my website under Geo's Travel Essentials, things that I recommend for bringing or just traveling out to the Philippines. And like I said, I will show you some of the food that we're ordering and throughout the day, and we're gonna just chill and enjoy the rest of our time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Come on.